And we're back! Average Jos Media proudly presents another episode of Things You Think You Don't Care About. I'm the Average Joe.
I'm the Average Joe Boo.
Welcome back! How's it going today? I hope you're having a great day. I like to think we're living the dream. So much so that we love being parents. Don't you? I love being a parent.
I love my kids more than anything in the world.
Anything in the world.
Absolutely.
And we're saying that with straight faces. Because we mean it, people. Anyways, you know what else I love about having kids? I love having teenagers. So much. Problem is, I don't always understand what they're saying.
Ever.
I can tell the face you were making when you look at the camera.
Yeah. I was making fun of your face.
Okay.
So much.
So much. Anywho, so we thought that we would go over some of the slang terms and language used. We're looking at Thought Catalog, and I know what you're thinking. Average Joe, it's THOUGHT.
Yes.
Catalog, and there are, was it 77?
77, yes.
77 words we're going to go over, because we're going to help you, the average parent out there, understand what are the kids saying. Because you know what? Teenagers say the darndest things, and by darndest we mean stupid.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. There's no real reason why you got to say these things. However, these millennial slang words, they're about to have you shook.
Shook.
Which I think maybe that is the 78th word.
It could be. Let's find out. Let's dive in.
Let's check out. How about receipts?
Receipts. You know, I think of receipts as the little pieces of paper, you know, you get after you do a purchase, or you maybe get emailed.
Right.
If you're trying to save some trees so some indigenous people in South America have a home.
Yeah, in the trees.
Right. Saving the polar bears.
Absolutely.
Global warming. It's real.
Receipts are evidence of someone's hypocrisy.
What?
Receipts.
Often pulled from the past social media or text conversations.
Yeah. So the whole keeping score is now a thing.
Okay. So, like a year from now,
Yep.
you know, when we're recording,
Yep.
you know, in our bigger studio in my kitchen, and we're maybe hungry, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe my mom's over. She's making some sandwiches.
Yep.
And she puts a sandwich together for both me and you. And you're like, oh my gosh, average mom. Oh my mom, this is the greatest sandwich ever. And then I'm going to be like, oh snap, I got some receipts. Because you said you didn't like Miracle Whip and now you love it.
So here's the thing. First of all, because I know that your mom only can make one sandwich, I'm going to be a little leery if she's at whatever studio we're at making sandwiches.
Okay.
I'm a little leery. I'm going to peek under the bread for a second.
Little peek.
Yeah, check out. See if maybe there's, see if maybe she's being a little bit extra.
A little bit extra, I know. You know, I think extra was that lost footage we need to share with the world of you doing your smell test of mayonnaise. And
you didn't
Miracle
share
Whip.
that with the world?
We've not shared that with the world.
Oh
yet.
man, I thought you videotaped that to share. You're maybe the worst videographer when you're holding the phone because it never quite stayed still throughout the entire show.
What can I say, ladies and gentlemen? When I'm passionate about a subject, I'm a little bit animated. Maybe I'm a little extra.
A little bit over the top. Is
Right,
that
over
what
the
extra
top.
means?
Could be.
I think that's what
I think it's all. Yeah, it's other
Oh.
number two. So you know what?
Dramatic behavior.
You know what? When it comes to podcast, are we each other's bae?
No.
Or not?
Nope.
Like,
Nope.
but I feel like
Nope. No,
by
sir.
definition,
No, sir.
it's a name that stands for before anyone else. So I podcasted with you before anyone else, Joe Boo. So I guess that makes you my bae.
Next, moving on. Moving on. Yes. Yes.
So in answer to that question, you were saying yes.
Yes. Can you say yes without the facial expression? Yeah.
Yes.
No, you can't. You still do it. Even
I
if
kinda
you try
feel like
not
it's
to.
part of
Yeah.
Yes.
When did yes become so not good enough?
I don't know, but it's kind of fun though.
Yes.
Yes. So, someone's like, hey man, I'm going to get something for lunch. You want to get, like, what are you going to get? And they're like, oh, I'm going to get this. And you're like, yes. It's the best. It's not very low key though.
No. You know what
It's
one of
not
my
very
most
low.
favorite things is?
What?
When somebody says low key, I really enjoy whatever they're talking about. Low key, I really like that TV show. I'm like, you know what? It's no longer low key if you're going to talk about it in public.
So is that high key?
No, That would be high key.
Okay.
Yeah. Low key, low intensity, or kind of.
Or maybe the opposite of you like it AF.
Yeah, maybe. As fact.
After the fact.
After the fact.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. You know,
as factually
I think
documented by the words that I just said.
Right. I think millennials have a different translation for AF.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't think it's good though. I don't think we can use it on this podcast.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, what else could it be? I don't know. I mean, AF, like you know, like and forever.
Yeah. I don't know, but we better get off of this term
you know what?
AF.
You know, I like podcasting AF as frequently as possible.
That would be AFAP.
Well, as frequently
as possible.
I'm just adding that on the end of it.
You're just qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes. Yes. So this podcast is getting a little turnt.
It is. It really is turnt. Something we talked about with the whole bad grammar, making up words, and
turnt. Hyped for the party.
Hyped for the party. Just overly excited.
So I'm wondering, you know, we should do a special broadcast for our Super Bowl watching party this Sunday.
Yes.
When everyone in America is a Rams fan.
Yep.
Then we can get turnt, and then you'll see how the average Joe Boo throwing some dabs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Mood.
I miss?
Mood.
What's your mood?
Mood. No, mood.
Mood.
It's something that's relatable.
Oh, you used to express something that is relatable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mood. How would one use mood in a sentence?
So I'm in my podcast mood.
Is that right? I'm in my moods.
I'm in my moods. Is that like I'm all in my feelings?
Feels.
All my feels.
I think feels may be on this list as well.
Sorry, I thought maybe that was something inappropriate.
No. Feelings.
Oh, okay.
And emotional state.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, I didn't know.
That's where the feels are.
Okay. What about being lit?
I think that's just another way of saying turned.
Oh, okay. So this one says when something is turned up or popping.
Yeah, I've heard it as it's cool. Something that's cool.
Okay, so basically when you're making popcorn, it gets lit.
Right.
Because it's popping.
I think when we do these podcasts, it's lit.
Lit fire.
Absolutely. So what about when something's a little questionable, a little suspicious?
Oh, it is sus.
Sus. Man.
That's what my kids say all the time. Like, dude, why are you acting all sus?
Man, I think I heard somebody walking outside the door. That's sus.
Oh, that is super sus.
Man, super sus.
Man, I got a cough. I'm wondering if I'm acting sus like I have a flu.
Yeah, maybe. I think you're just trying to be a little salty right now.
I think maybe you're a little salty.
No. I think you're a little bitter.
What was that little Salt Bay thing?
Salty.
Salt Bay?
Yeah.
Salt Bay action?
Absolutely. What about spilling tea?
I guess maybe we spill some tea over here if we're telling secrets and gossiping.
Why has it got to be tea?
I don't know. Maybe it's spilling coffee?
Yeah, well, no. Spilled milk.
Hold on.
Spilled milk is actually a phrase.
Spilled Coke Zero, the favorite drink of choice by the Average Jos. Coca-Cola, zero sugar, zero calories, twice the fun.
So is spilled milk not good enough because it's people are so lactose
people are
intolerant
trying not to cry over
cannot...
spilled milk, meaning like if something happened, it's not a big deal. I don't think the same thing as spilling tea.
Yeah, but so?
Okay.
We're just making up definitions for phrases or words now.
No, I mean it's like
making up
like,
words.
I know, like what if it says spilling tea? You know what? I'm throwing tea bags.
I don't think you're.
Is that not
I don't think you're talking. I don't think tea bags is in the appropriate context.
It's not either.
No. I think tea bags.
Is there anything safe to say anymore?
No. There's nothing above board with teabagging.
Bruh?
Yeah. No, for real.
For real.
Seriously.
Man, so someone's talking about tea bags, you get woke.
Bruh.
I feel woke now about tea bags.
No, bruh.
Bruh.
This is ridiculous.
Bruh's number 13.
What about
Hold on a second. My throat's a little dry.
Are you thirsty?
I'm thirsty, so I'm going to drink some, when you're out of Coca-Cola Zero sugar, try some Kroger purified drinking water.
Absolutely. When you're thirsty. Also, overly excited.
It's very,
Overly excited.
Yeah, man, I tell you
Overly excited.
Man, this is, woo. I don't know if I'm quite quenched yet or not, but
yeah.
You know, I'm feeling a little thirsty. So I'm
A little thirsty, huh?
A little thirsty.
That's good. That's solid. What about what about basic? You got a little offended whenever I called a sandwich of your.
Yeah, I might have got a little salty about basic.
Yeah, you did. You did.
You know,
but basic.
Basic. Only interested in mainstream, popular things. Oh, so maybe my sandwich is basic.
Maybe
it's popular.
According to the millennials nowadays, it is basic. That's not what I was using it as, but maybe it is.
So the next one on here is on fleek, meaning fashionable. So do we look on fleek?
Pop that collar right there.
You know, I heard a
zip it up a little bit.
Heard a Queen Bee song that said, "I woke up like this."
Yeah, on fleek.
I think it was flawless.
Oh,
and then she was like, "Yeah,
yes." What about clapback?
A comeback filled with attitude. So at first I thought maybe it was the thing where like somebody claps and then you're like, yes.
Yes.
So there's a clap back.
Yeah.
Clapping back to someone else clapping.
Right, absolutely. So that just means a comeback filled with attitude.
Okay.
A comeback.
So whenever the dogs come in here and they make a lot of noise, do you feel like you need to give a clap back?
I really do. I need a snappy comeback,
Feel a little salty.
You know what? Sometimes I do. Absolutely.
Here we go. Give her soap, girl. So for all you out there that are wondering who makes all of those noises, say hello to the average pooch. Sophie, girl. Show pooch.
Yeah.
Average pooch. Average Sophie, she loves her some Joe Boo.
Be careful showing her average pooch on the camera there.
Try to keep this G-rated.
What about
hold on a second. I gotta put her back down. She's a little thirsty. She needs to get.
I think Harley's thirsty.
She needs to get some drinking out of the bowl.
I think Harley's thirsty.
A little bit thirsty. Okay. So you know what?
What about Hunty?
Hunty, is that how you say it? Hunty?
Yeah.
Hunty? Equivalent of a friend, but said with attitude. So like, you my Hunty?
We Hunties?
That just really doesn't even make any sense.
That doesn't roll off the tongue.
It does. I mean, some of these things don't make a lot of sense, but I use them. But like, I don't think I've ever heard Hunty.
What about humble brag? For the culture,
For the culture.
Yeah.
So you mean when someone complains about their life while sneaking in a brag like,
man, my life sucks, but I got a lot of money.
Yeah, you're like, oh my gosh, it was such a hard day. I had a hard time working my new iPhone.
Oh, yeah. That's a humble brag.
It's a humble brag. And then their friends like, yeah.
If people understood what humble meant and what bragging meant, you think they'd really put them in a phrase together?
What's the literary term for that?
Like an oxymoron?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't going to call you that, but...
Yeah, well, that's what that is.
Okay, I like it.
Okay, but they don't know that because education now is watered down a bit.
A little bit. So what do you do? What do you do when you're saying, adios to somebody?
Bye, Felicia.
Well, is that their name?
Maybe. That's a possibility.
Okay, so you only say it to Felicias?
No.
Or you say anybody? So I'm
I
like...
think you say it to anybody. I feel like that's a little rude, though.
Oh, really? So I'm not like, bye, Average Joe Boo.
Yeah.
I just say, bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it is what it is.
All right.
What about how well we're doing these videos here, the podcast? Slaying it, right?
So do we say slaying it like slaying it, or do we say it more like yas, like slay?
I don't know.
I've heard it both ways.
I'm gonna beg you don't do that ever again.
Okay, you know what it is?
No more.
Slay.
What about when your 13-year-olds and your 15-year-old they try to act a little older than they are?
Oh, like when they they clean up after themselves?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh man.
For the first time all month.
adulting.
Yeah, adulting.
Yeah, I gotta pay bills, I'm adulting. I got up and tied my shoes, I'm adulting.
This is the generation we're raising right now, is that they have to like somehow validate when they do something responsible.
They offer classes in college now.
Called adulting?
Yeah, adulting classes. So simple things like wake up, brush your teeth. Maybe some morning routines.
What? You're lying to me.
You never know, man.
This is
ridiculous. Some people
ridiculous.
might not know if they're going to be a buncher or a folder.
That's fair. That's fair. And I guess it depends on the amount of time you're taking.
I've heard both ways.
Yeah. What about throwing shade?
Ooh. Throwing shade.
I feel like you do that on a regular basis whenever you're
so?
trying to get back at me for the Morning Routines podcast.
Oh, maybe? Really? I thought when you said throwing shade, it's like, hey, man, I need some sunglasses. Throw me some shades.
No. Well,
Toss a pair of
hey, you got
sunglasses.
that umbrella? Can I use that umbrella? It's a little sunny out.
Yeah. Throwing some shade, man.
No, shade. You're
Oh, okay.
insulting.
I'm going to put up a canopy.
No, you're throwing some insults, Subtly, right? Shade, it's not complete darkness, just a little shade.
Oh, okay.
And so you're subtly insulting somebody.
It's like the shade is real.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first time I heard that, I was in class and I clapped back at somebody because if they're going to clap at me, I'm going to clap back. And somebody else said, Coach, throwing that shade. I was like, what does that even mean? What are you talking about?
I don't even have any sunglasses.
That was like 6 years ago, and I was still wondering how throwing shade is even a phrase.
Right. Kind of like the kids whenever they talk about our podcast.
Yeah.
The shade is real.
Yeah. Dude, and whenever I see that people are, I'm dead.
You're dead.
I'm dead.
Oh, so you're really happy?
I'm euphorically happy.
Euphorically happy.
It's funny how...
Kind of the opposite of dead?
Yeah.
Is that another oxymoron?
Well, potentially, except it's only one word, but it has a meaning opposite of its actual word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's funny how the thought catalog...
Right?
That's true. I think it's funny how the
I'm
thought
fascinated
catalog...
with how well versed you are.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you interrupting me throughout this entire thing.
Okay. But you know what, though? I can tell your teaching prowess as an educator and a coach molding the youth of America because you exercise such great patience with being interrupted.
Absolutely. It's a gift.
Mm-hmm. You had to clap back at me once.
No, I have tried not to.
I don't sense that you're salty. You're much more dead right now.
Yeah, euphorically.
I
think it's fun how these phrases have words that millennials have never heard before. Like euphorically.
Yeah, I don't see them using that.
Ever.
I
think I've maybe used the word euphorically before.
I feel like if they hear the word euphorically, they're going to swerve.
I feel like if they hear the word euphorically, they're going to try to turn into something that it doesn't mean.
I agree.
Yeah.
But moving on, swerve. The definition on this thought catalog article says get out of the way. So isn't that the meaning of swerve like the whole time?
Yeah. Well, is it get out of the way or is it like to move around?
I'll rephrase.
Okay.
Isn't that how the word has been used in part since the beginning of time?
Yes. So swerve is a word millennials use, but it's one of the only words that is used as its original basic definition.
Yeah, like, hey, there's a duck in the road. I'm going to swerve to get out of the way.
Yeah. Okay, I like it. It's one of the only words on this list that actually means what it was intended originally.
You know what else you need to swerve?
Trolls.
You
be trolling. Man.
The shade is real.
Dude, I feel
like you troll me
I think you troll me.
I think you've
been trolling me whenever I was trying to talk earlier. You just kept interrupting me just because you coughed again.
And you're trolling me.
Well, that's ratchet.
That is ratchet.
It is really. I mean, every podcast.
So are you a stan when it comes to my coughing?
No.
Combination of a stalker and a fan?
No. I'm not.
Because you're not a fan.
Neither one. I'm not. Definitely not a fan.
So when did it become a stan? Is that from the Eminem song?
I don't know.
He was kind of a stalker and a fan?
I don't know. I honestly
can't. You hear that coughing in the background?
Can't recall. Well,
it's
apple doesn't fall very far from the tree. Yeah, he's probably recording right now.
Vicks Vapor Rub. We're looking for sponsors.
It's in the game.
It's in the game!
What about when somebody wants to say that something is very?
So I'm
very happy.
I'm congested right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe you.
You very don't believe me?
Yeah.
Okay, heard it both ways. That's fair. What about gas?
Huh. That's when someone has had too many compliments.
Ooh.
And is full of themselves.
Compliments. Ooh, that's a tough one.
I don't think so. See, I think gas is when you're tired.
Right, or
you're out of gas.
Maybe you ate too many frijoles.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It
happens.
Maybe. What about the worst of all time?
Wote.
So now acronyms are now words.
So morning routines was so wote for me.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was the worst of all time for you.
As far as questions I've ever had to answer.
But you didn't answer them, so how could it be wote? That's fair.
You know what? I guess maybe it was dank. Dank's really cool. I thought dank was a bad thing.
Yeah, I thought dank meant the smell of weed.
That's fair.
That's what I heard, like, one of my first couple years of teaching.
Really?
My kid said dank
We
in the middle of class.
Average Grace, are you familiar with the term dank?
No, that's probably good. That's probably good. Based on
Good.
what I first heard it was used for.
Yeah. Well, I've heard it both ways.
What about, Grace, have you heard beat? Do you know what it means to be beat?
Yeah.
What?
Like you look really good. Like you're saying someone's really good.
Nope, not according to Thought Catalog.
Have a face full of makeup?
Face full of makeup.
Like.
So you look beat?
Yeah, like your makeup looks good.
Oh. So like you got beat up though?
Oh, because I thought it could be a clown.
I don't understand.
You know, so much makeup.
But beat like BEAT, not like Bear beats Battlestar Galactica.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. How about ghost?
Ooh. When someone completely disappears after hanging out or showing interest?
Yeah, I actually was told I ghosted one time.
Really?
Yeah. I got a text message, I replied to it, and then they replied, and then apparently I just stopped.
See,
I
growing
went
up, I
ghost.
just thought ghost was when you weren't interested. So you just, you weren't leading things on.
Well, but you just completely disappeared.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know.
Do you come
Never heard
back?
of it.
Do you come back as a spirit and then embody Whoopi Goldberg and like do some clay
Ooh,
pottery?
maybe.
Okay.
Shook.
Shook.
Shook is on the
So
list.
if someone ghosted me, I might be shook.
Right. Completely confused and utter disbelief.
Right.
Okay.
Similar to how James Bond likes his martini. Shook, not stirred.
Shaken.
Yeah, but if he's already drinking it, it was shook.
Shooked.
Yeah, makes sense.
Isn't shook already the past
But aren't,
tense
we
of
going,
shake?
but aren't we already going through 77 words that have been made up that don't make any sense? So
That's
why can't
fair.
I have one? Number 78, Thought Catalog, THOUGHT.
Yeah.
Shooked.
What about high key? Oh, we talked about this with low key. High key.
Yeah, but I think we're
I thought high key meant it was now
spitting
loud.
high key. I think we're spitting high key, straight up.
Straight up truth.
Straight up
Okay.
truth, yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
like that. Fam.
I like to keep it high key with my fam.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Fam.
My fam, not to be confused with mom.
Yeah. Not to be confused with actual family.
Right. Yeah,
Just
but
a
on
group
here.
of friends who are similar or like family.
So number 39 is mom, the most responsible friend in the group. So I guess it begs the question: does that person have to identify as the mom for you to call them as a mom, or is that okay? Or do they need to identify as?
Why
a mom
can't it be
first?
dad?
I don't know.
Or does it depend on the gender specificity, which isn't a word, I don't think.
So what if it's gender neutral? So what if it's parent? Or I don't know, doorknob for all I don't know. I don't know.
People at my school call their friends dad and mom all the time.
Really?
Okay, really?
Okay. That's woke.
But like dad and mom are like.
That's
never
woke.
mind. I'm gonna leave that one.
That's fair.
We'll walk away from
we
that one.
sidestepped that one. But
Is it savage when they say it?
Yeah, savage.
No one
Savage.
says that anymore.
No.
No, they don't.
What
Okay.
does savage mean?
This defines it as petty. I don't
Yeah.
feel like that's how you guys have said it
Yeah.
before.
I don't think that's how Ariana Grande used it in her song. She says she's a savage. Didn't think that she would be a savage, but she's a savage.
Are you
It
talking
actually
about?
didn't say that.
Are you talking
It
about?
did say that she's a savage in the song.
Are you talking about Ariana Grande?
Yeah, she
Seven-
says
No,
the term.
it said she was a sad blank.
Oh.
No, it says savage.
No, it doesn't.
It says it twice.
So episode 21, we're going to talk about song lyrics of Jobu's favorite new
Look
song
it
by
up.
Ariana
It says
Grande.
sad beat.
Seven rings.
Yeah.
I think we should listen.
I
to
think
some
we're
of it.
looking it up. I think we're
We're gonna
looking
look
it up. Looking
A
up.
little time out
I
here.
think she does say sad B one time, but I
And
think
then it goes, never thought I'd turn into a savage.
which is what I just said.
No, you said it 2 times, didn't it?
Somebody's speaking some high key here. Right?
She might be. But I knew she said savage.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many times she said it.
Mm.
Okay, I'm wrong in this one.
So moving on, shipping, wanting 2 people to date.
Like you ship two people.
That's
Like
really
you
is that
see-
a thing?
You see them together.
Is that a thing?
You could see them being a couple.
Could you see them in a box with postage?
Is it like UPS? Is that like another one? Oh, like straight up like, ooh, they just FedEx.
FedExed.
No.
They FedExed.
Ooh,
They FedExed.
they
That's,
just UPS.
that's what happens at the party.
You know, that begs the question:
And
what
then-
can Brown do for you?
The 7 seconds of FedEx.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. So what about JOMO? JOMO?
Is this another acronym?
I don't know. It says joy of missing out.
Joy of.
How do you even use that?
If you miss out, aren't you? Isn't there no joy?
Is it sarcasm?
It
Hey,
could be-
wait a second. So, didn't y'all have a friend whose username on Twitter or Instagram was JOMO? I thought that was for their name.
No one says that.
Okay, I always thought that was their name, but I guess
I
they're
didn't
feeling a
think
little
he did
emo.
that.
Oh, so it's like JOMO, the new emo.
Is it JOMO the new YOLO?
YOLO.
What about OTP?
You down with OTP? Yeah, you know me. You don't know
I
that?
don't think I is.
Okay.
But-
One true parent.
But wouldn't that be better than shipping?
Well, I mean, you could want somebody to be together and to date, and FedExing, right? But they might not be OTP. So let me ask you this
That
question.
might not be true.
Yeah, so have you experienced OTP before?
I don't think I have.
You don't think you have?
You know what? I thought maybe at one point in time I did.
Jury's still
OTP.
out!
Yeah.
Jury's still out!
Yeah, it's not literally.
Jury's still
I don't
out!
think it's fully determined yet. However,
Okay.
my initial thoughts are no.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
What about you?
Glad you asked.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say on a scale of 1 to 10,
Yep.
no.
No.
No. No.
Okay.
No OTP over
Man,
here.
that's true, dude.
That is so true.
Yeah.
That's true. Like, Hundo P.
Hundo
Hundo
P.
P.
Hundo P.
Hundo P. That's 100%.
Yeah.
So, real quickly, Grace,
Yeah. No.
have you
Hey,
heard
I'm coming at you 100.
100? I'm coming at you, Hundo P.
Not 100.
Hundo
100.
P.
100.
Have you heard anyone say Hundo P before?
No.
No.
I feel like now Jackson's going to start saying it.
Dude, he's going to get on there and be like, man, I just shot that guy Hundo P on the Fortnite.
What?
Knocked him 100 P.
So let's go out to number 46. I'm over here looking snatched.
Snatched.
It's
To
so
me,
weird.
Snatched is so different growing
Yeah.
up for me.
If someone
than it
looks
is.
snatched, is like, I don't know, they don't look good. It looks kind of stranger danger. What about, dad, a role model.
Dad.
So
Yes.
you know what?
Mom and dad
Oh, I
is
got
a
you.
possibility. Huh?
So I guess, I'm a dad.
Yeah.
I'm a role model.
Yeah. What about finesse?
I feel like when I know my dad game's strong, I got a little bit of finesse.
Yeah, I got to smooth things out.
Right, what about goals?
Goals.
A subtle way of expressing your jealous. I've used goals before, like squad goals.
Yeah.
I never thought that was saying, like, hey, I'm jealous of someone else's
Like
squad.
What are
Couple
squad
goals.
goals? What are squad goals?
Squad goals, like, like life goals or like fan goals or like relationship goals or
Or like trying,
podcasting goals, y'all.
trying to win on Fortnite.
Goals,
You
squad
know,
up.
as a squad.
Yeah.
What about TBH?
TBH. Are you enjoying this podcast? Because I am.
To be honest, I kind of am.
So that's one squad, actually. Squad,
yeah.
a group of friends.
Ah,
It's like later on if we Fortnite, we're going to squad up.
right, because we're friends.
Yep.
Absolutely. So we had worst of all time, Woat. What about the greatest of all time,
Meh,
Goat?
meh.
Well, that's just appropriate.
I think so. What about almost?
Almost,
Almost.
man.
Plural of almost.
Right, but clearly talking about two people that almost dated,
Ooh.
but didn't quite. It didn't quite happen.
So like you and Ariana Grande were almost?
One can imagine. Okay. What about Yeet?
A way to show excitement. So do we hear yeet in this house?
Yes.
Yes. I was like, Jack, can I get a yeet? The one time he doesn't respond. Are you serious right now?
No.
I'm going to try this one more time.
No, that was epic fail right there.
Jack, can I get a yeet?
What?
Can I get a yeet?
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, Yeet.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, he just got his wig snatched.
He really did.
Ooh,
What about-
hold on.
what about-
55. 55, hold on.
What about Thirst Trap?
Ooh,
What about thirst
I
trap?
feel like possibly like like if you're somewhere and you don't have a tasty bottle of Kroger purified drinking water, maybe is that a thirst trap?
Yeah, I thought maybe if you eat like a bag of chips, and then you just didn't have anything to drink with.
Or maybe some meat that's too seasoned.
Yeah,
with a little extra salt.
Right, and then
sodium.
someone took the water away from you.
Exactly.
That's called a thirst trap. Okay. No, a sexy photograph or flirtatious message on social media.
Ooh.
That's what a thirst trap
I've never
is.
seen one of those.
I haven't either. Ever. Never sent one.
Oh, yeah, just my halo. Okay, there you go.
What about FOMO?
So okay, so FOMO thirst trap. Fear of missing out of thirst traps?
Well, okay, so we had the JOMO, the joy of missing out. Now we have the FOMO, the fear of missing out.
So you could go from JOMO to FOMO.
In an instant.
Okay.
What about
if that's the case, then you're really not YOLO.
What about THICE? THICC.
Thick. No, thick.
Oh,
someone with
thick.
hers. Why couldn't they use a K?
What?
No, because that's the regular way. But with 2 C's, that means you're thick. Like, it means usually a girl has like a big,
A big caboose. But don't
Coming to you live on YouTube.
The average
Average Grace.
with the definitions here and the reasons why there's no K and 2 C's.
Well, what else?
She has curves.
Oh, okay, she has curves. Okay.
She's curvy. She's curvilicious.
So old girl's looking thick.
Yeah.
So like your eyebrow
Thick. Yes.
Yes.
What about
fubbing?
Fubbing.
That's not, when I heard it phonically, not what I thought the definition was going to say. Snubbing someone to pay attention to your phone instead. So basically, 18 hours of a day with our kids?
Yeah, or that, and how about the new definition of a relationship between any two people?
I'm sorry, hold on, I'm fubbing you right now.
Yeah, that's fair. Pay attention to your vague. I got it. Okay. That's fair. What about catfishing?
Ooh.
I think I've been a victim of this once or twice.
That's fair. That's fair.
They're pretending to be someone else
kids,
on social media.
Today's episode of Things You Think You Don't Care About is brought to you by the letter Z. Too soon?
Maybe.
Too soon?
Maybe a little soon.
Okay, that's fair.
Could be a little soon.
That's fair.
So, sup.
Oh, say, what up? Sup, bruh. Sup, bruh.
Seriously?
So you have sup, shortened version of what's up. I thought sup was a shortened version of what's up.
See, I thought that's how you said Indomitian's last name. Sue.
Oh, and Dominica sup.
Yeah. Sup. How about blessed?
Hashtag. Is that what the little emoji?
Feeling fortunate.
The little
Isn't
that
what it means originally?
Emoji hands.
Yeah.
Blessed.
Why couldn't we just use thick with a K?
Feeling thick?
I don't know. How about bounce?
Well, leaving suddenly. I'm about ready to bounce this place. Okay.
Yeah, this podcast. We're about to bounce this podcast.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
What about swole?
Tickets to the gun show.
Swole. Yeah.
Swole.
Someone who works out.
Okay. What about IRL?
In real life, it's hard to really define how these words can actually be used and make sense.
TFW when you were young.
Yeah.
That feeling when.
Yeah.
People, you really say these things out loud?
Yeah. No, they just TFW.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, can't even.
You just describe someone who cannot handle. Oh my gosh, when we talk about slang, can't even.
I can't even.
Can't even.
All these words, I can't even.
Yes.
Yeah. How about you're hangry?
Yeah, I didn't know that was like a millennial thing. I've heard that before.
Yeah. Well, technically we're millennials.
No, we're not. Yeah,
we are.
I'm going to tell you what I told a dear friend of mine, who is a avid advocate.
An avid advocate.
Avid advocate.
Okay.
Right?
Wouldn't that just be an advocate?
No, he was an avid,
Okay, avid. Okay.
And so they love to be the champion of a lot of different things, and so they've inspired me. So when people talk about what generation what I am, I tell them that you might try to put me in the box with a label of a millennial, but I identify.
Oh my God.
As a Generation Xer.
That's why you're a millennial.
No.
I
identify.
That's why you're a millennial.
But hold on, it is 2019. I
think explains why you are a millennial.
I identify.
Because you identify. Generation Xers, they don't identify. They just are. Millennials need to identify.
I identify as Generation Xer.
So you're a millennial.
Okay.
That's fair. What about cray?
Cray. I think you not understanding what I mean by how I identify.
That's
It's
cray.
cray.
Yeah.
It's cray.
Crazy. Gucci. They took a popular name brand
Right.
of pretty much all kinds of stuff.
Or rapper Gucci Mane.
Okay. And it means good, doing well, or feeling fine. I think they took that pretty prestigious name of accessories or clothes.
Do you really think it's prestigious? I think it's just.
I think it's relatively prestigious. It's expensive stuff.
Have you ever looked at trying to buy some of that stuff? Not worth it.
Yeah, but it still is expensive.
Okay.
So there is a pristine image of the term Gucci.
Also, Average Joe's Media, we Gucci.
Yeah. Well, we're feeling fine.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. SMH. Shaking my head.
Is that the little emoji?
I guess. It's got to be. Netflix and chill.
Ooh.
Actually had someone in a faculty meeting say Netflix and chill one time. I don't necessarily know. Well, from what I've heard, Netflix and chill before, maybe shouldn't have brought it up in a faculty meeting.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
But
saying.
I didn't mind.
Maybe they're like, maybe that's like, is that like before or after you get shipped? Was that like part of the shipping process?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna Netflix, you're gonna chill.
Yeah.
I thought maybe Netflix and chill.
Then
Was
you're
like,
gonna FedEx.
I thought maybe like if you're out and about in the summertime and you want to come inside and cool down, you Netflix and chill, right? You're watching Netflix and you cool off.
Yeah, you
Is that what it means?
just chill.
Oh,
No,
okay. That's cool.
No, hooking up. Hooking
Ooh,
up.
Hooking up.
Hooking up.
Is that a word?
So
oh, no, it's not on the list. Oh, boogie. Bogey?
Bougie.
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 Bougie. That's what it
Bougie.
is. Bad and bougie.
Bougie.
You know?
Okay.
Bad and bougie. Migos?
Someone from a higher class.
Oh, okay. Oh, she bougie.
Oh. Bougie boo.
Bougie.
Okay.
Do you know anybody in your life who you feel meets that definition of bougie? Or they think that they're bougie?
You know, I don't know.
Okay.
What about Finna?
Well, we're at number 74, so I guess we finna wrap this up.
We
here.
finna be done, right?
Right.
What about GMT?
Getting me tight. Getting upset.
Okay, upset. Okay,
Oh,
good.
okay.
That's a good clarification
I
right
was
there.
like, so where's my bottle of water again? This is
Okay, we're doing GMT. That's
Man,
it right there. Man, I'm getting thirsty.
Girlfriend tax.
The amount of food taken by your female significant. Why does it got to be female? Significant other after you've already asked her if she was hungry, but she insisted she didn't want anything.
So I suggest we change this to friend tax.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Non-gender binding.
Yeah.
Unisex friend tax.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And hey, canceled.
Ooh, so if you get ghosted, does that mean you get canceled?
Potentially, because you reject it because it's no longer trendy.
Oh.
Or it's become too ratchet.
Oh, okay. Oh, so like somebody who
This
grows
is
out
using
their
words that are made up to define other words that are made up.
Oh, so if somebody in your life grows out Apple iPhones in rugged little cases here, they're great for when your dogs are barking. You can throw them like a boomerang, but they don't come back.
They don't come back. You got to go back over there and get
So
it.
as I was saying, so if someone grew out their armpit hair and colored it as a rainbow, you're canceling them.
Yeah. I feel like canceled. The definition of canceled here is the definition of canceled. Originally.
Is this one, Grace? Does this one still get used? Aight. What about holla? No.
Holla at your boy.
How about all that in a bag of chips? And I like the small bag, like the 99-cent grab bag. We're talking family size, party size, all that in a bag of chips.
What about like what it do? What it do, baby boo?
People say like you're looking like a snack.
You looking like a snack.
Ooh.
You looking like a snack.
Ooh. Somebody feeling
I'm
hungry.
gonna eat that up. You looking like a snack.
Hey, you might take that a little too far.
My bad.
Or are you looking like a whole meal?
Yeah, you are.
Like you're looking really good.
Oh, okay.
I'm officially traumatized.
And ladies and
So
gentlemen,
episode 21, how to clean your guns.
this is a good time to wrap it up. We appreciate you tuning in. 40 minutes of trying to discuss what it's like to listen to 77 different terms made up by today's youth. I'm the Average Joe Boo.
I'm the Average Joe, and this is our gift to you.
Telling you to keep your language clean.
Don't be ratchet.